Meow.
Wow.
Meow.
Frickin' meow. Alright, well. On the last episode of Cat Fatigue Rodeo, where the cats are now how and they don't know how to meow, we left off with Clem, Angela, and Leia, as well as Ariki, meandering around after having watched a woman essentially descend from her weird stasis pod into some either underground facility and they heard an odd hissing sound. Which didn't bode well, but there's nothing you can distinctly find to deal with that particular issue, even if you wanted to from this end of the console.
Well, our main options then are just going to be continue looking around at these various screens and whatnot we have. Any controls, anything like that.
The controls around you, so Leia relates to you in some form or fashion, is that the subject has been successfully purged, whatever that means with the system individually. However, all of the other individual subjects seems to be hanging about in their stasis pods of much less sophistication. Oh, hey again.
Hello. Sorry.
Scattered about you are the other much less advanced looking stasis pods, still holding a number of what looks like just a sort of cornucopia of different peoples. About 7 or 8 different individuals are floating about. Hey, when you get a free moment, could you please spend one of your bennies on the table, as you are currently in excess of one?
Keep going. I'm looking for my stuff.
That's fine.
I'm stealing one of the bennies, actually, according to this.
What?
According to something on my screen, I am stealing one of her bennies, apparently.
I don't.
So now she has 2 bennies?
I don't know, I clicked on to see that she had 4, and I saw the option to steal card, and I clicked it because I was wondering what it did.
Well, it seems like everyone but Ganyeta still has 3 cards.
Okay.
Wait, what am I doing here? Keep going. I'm working on it. Trying to find my stuff. Oh, I know where it is.
That's
Oh
fine.
yeah, Mom. It's not in D&D Beyond.
Team Die is kind of milling around, looking at all the different stasis pods, and then they start motioning to you. Alright, so, what are you going to do with this?
Well, we could take a look at another one and see if there's a way to potentially disable that feature.
Is there like a big control panel that's like separated away from everything else? That could be it.
There was for the individual stasis pods that quote-unquote purged the initial occupant whose face you couldn't see. For all the other stasis pods, however, they all seem to be decidedly older models, but so far as you can see in the dim light of the room, they don't have the unfortunate false bottoms that has either consumed or done heavens knows what to the other individual occupant.
So what you're saying is the other ones don't look like they would be unexpectedly purged.
What I'm saying
from
is,
the
I sort
bottom.
of assumed that all your characters would be going, I don't feel like purging people today, and you would look out for that. But if that's just me reading too much into your characters, let me know.
No, I definitely would not want to be, murdering the people we're
Yeah.
trying to save.
Assuming they're capable of being saved at this point.
Operating under that assumption, you with Leah's casual, if sequestered and secretive assistance, attempt to look, and so far as you're aware, none of them have any of the particular devices that cause that potentially unfortunate happenstance.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I say that I'll tell them it doesn't look like that's going to happen in any of these other ones. Maybe we can try draining another one and see if any of these other people can tell us what happened or what's going on.
Doesn't seem like any of them are particularly indisposed. You hear Cliff start speaking up. Maybe we could just leave him here.
Leave them?
I ain't no tech.
Is there even a tech in the area that could handle something like this?
I suppose what we could do is, for lack of a better plan, we clear out the rest of the gang that's down here, and then return with actual qualified engineers and technicians to take a look at these systems once everything's cleared out.
Okay, but let's answer the first question first. Is there somebody who is qualified at all to handle this? If so, how many?
In the area? Well, they probably work for the Malakians, if that's for sure.
And if you had to fathom a guess, how many in the Malakians' employment would be qualified to handle this?
I couldn't hazard a guess. I don't even know how many there are. Maybe 3 or 4. If
So
that.
then I'm gonna say that do you have names, or would we have to go and get that?
No, that's just my wild guess.
Okay. Here's my stance on that. At the moment, those are our now current prime suspects, because there's no way that a gang of idiots figured this out on their own. And if those are the only techs that could figure this out, that means those are the only techs that could figure this out.
Or we could just, go to the Triple F and see if they got anybody who knows their way around a console.
I say we do both. Sluggo, what the fuck is your Phlegm?
Phlegm.
Phlegm, I really think that we need to talk to both. Without giving a heads up to one or the other. I don't like the idea at this point of splitting up, but I don't like the idea of going to one together and them giving the other the heads up before we get to them. What do you think?
Certainly interesting problem.
Do you guys mind if you stay here and then we're gonna talk over here for a second? Is that okay?
Who are you talking to?
The group that's with us.
Team Tie-Dye?
Yeah,
Do it yourself.
thank you. Flim, come with me.
Thomas, Keisha, stack up on the door.
We're gonna walk far enough away from them to where I feel like I can whisper comfortably without being heard. So that all three of us can have a say.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Lee, I'll give this to you without a roll. You see Del De Rosa just giving you the stink eye.
I'll talk to Flim about it again to be on the safe side because the cat's done some shady shit. It's jumped on a keyboard and killed a woman. I'm gonna whisper again to make sure that nobody can hear me, and I'm not going to make it look like I'm looking down at her, but it's gonna be directed at her. And I'm gonna tell my my cat compatriot. What is it? Leah? What's your name?
Leah.
I'm gonna tell Leah to meow once for yes and twice for no. And then I'm gonna talk to Flim directly. So what do you think is the best solution here, Flim? Do we split up or do we go together?
The issue is that we cannot expect a level of finesse with Team Tie-Dye. The issue we're going to run into is that they are going to kill because that is what they are paid to do. It makes them a predictable pattern. Thus, they will kill. However, if this turns out to not be the only cell of this group that we believe to be the ones in charge of kidnapping the folks from our respective companies, then we have suddenly lost all leads that we could possibly have. As such, having them perhaps head in a direction where they think they are helping, but in actuality are staying out of our way so we can make sure we actually gather some information, may be useful to us.
So are you saying like maybe, because here's the way that I'm thinking about this. I think sorry, there's a lot of dust in here. I think that while the Triple F seem to be quite fanatical, that it seems too easy for it to be blamed on them. You know what I mean? Like, it's being made to look like it's the fanatic group to put people off the trail. So if we're going to stick together and working on the assumption that so long as they feel like they're doing something to help, regardless of what they do, I would say that we send them to go question the Triple F while we go question the nerds.
I believe that would be more beneficial, yes. That does sound like a plan.
Okay, let's go do that. And we'll walk back towards the group then.
As you're walking back up to the doorway, you'll see Cliff has everyone organized in a clean little breaching pattern. He'll give you a nod. You finished with your little powwow?
Yeah, we were trying to figure out who we wanted to go and question first. We came up with a great idea, and if you're willing to help us out a little bit more.
What are you talking about?
Well, we want to go and talk to the nerdy guys. I've already forgotten what the fuck you called them.
The techs that I assume exist to work with all of this?
Yeah, I've got the computer guide to memorize all the fancy words that you say. I just call them nerds. Those guys. We definitely want to go and talk to them, so at the very least, we can definitely get these people out of here. But we also want to, make sure that if the Triple F know anything or have anybody that could also do something like this, that we get some information from them too. So we don't think that it's a good idea to send just one of us to one place or the other, but we don't want to risk giving the other one, by going to just one of them and giving the heads up to the opposite one, just in case they are like working together or something. So would you mind
Who's working together?
going? like the triple F and the nerds, just in case like the person, their contact that they have that deals with all this fancy shit, happens to work for Flynn. What the fuck is the nerds people working employed by? He said it a second ago. What were they called?
Memory seems to have been corrupted. One moment.
Okay, I don't know why I have the computer guy. Where did you say the tech people work?
I didn't. We're literally here to clear out the place and capture or kill any of these fucking. Did you forget why we were here? Why do you think the Triple F is working with Malakians?
Malakians, that was it. Thank you for answering the question. See,
Seems
did
like
we have to go through that roundabout?
Seems like a conflict of interest.
Whose interest?
Both the Triple F, the Flannel Freedom Fighters, they run a protection racket. They're basically the police.
Right, but one bad egg in their group could have started this.
Okay, well, how do you propose that this one bad egg is helping out the Malakians?
I would think that maybe he has got, maybe not the smart guys, but more so the muscles, whereas the Malakian contact that one bad egg might have has the brain with the Malakians. But I don't want it getting wind from the Triple F bad egg potentially back to the Malakian brain that is also, again, potentially working with them. See how this works? We need to question people to rule out things, but I don't want to risk anybody warning the other person. So do you think that you could just go and question them so that we can go and question the Malakians at the same time so nobody has a chance to give the other one the heads up?
I mean, if they had the chance to give him a heads up, we gave them to him like half an hour ago when we were rooting through their stuff.
Haven't we taken care of a lot of the people we've run into, though?
You've run into a total of like 2 people.
Right, so we've run into 2 people and we've taken care of them, right?
Right, but you rifled through like what is essentially like a small quasi pseudo slum settlement that you just kind of like rifled through and then kind of loudly argued about pornography for like 15 minutes at the minimum, and then you left.
Was that guy passed out when we tied him up?
You knocked him out about a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to remember. I was like, oh yeah.
He
Wonder if
may
he's
eventually
awake. I still want to know.
He may eventually wake up, or maybe he's dead.
I hope he's not dead. I really wanted to ask him about his choice of porn. See if I was right. I wanted to know if I was right, Flem.
It's Plem.
Flem, for a computer walker, okay, and not knowing Malaki's after
Define
he just said it.
computer walker.
You're walking, and your brain's a computer.
Ariki looks at you. You can walk computers? Are they dogs?
If I put a leash on him, maybe.
Anyways, we should get to it. Any more standing around here is not going to exactly serve our purposes any better.
Right, well, we're going to go ahead and finish clearing out the place. That's all fine with you.
Yeah. Do we want to help them finish that up, Plum, before we go anywhere else?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Why not?
Also, I want to check that other guy's pulse. Make sure he's alive.
All right, go ahead and give me a medicine check.
That fuck. I will give you a unskilled check. Did it do the thing?
He is
It did. It just didn't make a sound.
fucking dead. Good thing it's opposite.
Oh. So he's alive?
You managed to, despite just seeing people do this in movies and other different forms of media, just kind of press your fingers to it, and you feel things moving around, and there, so you figure he's got to be alive.
Oh, good. Cool.
He's not tied up or generally inconvenienced in any way if he wakes back up, but he's sitting there on the ground and he's not moving.
Didn't I tie him up with something?
Not to my recollection, unless you tied him up with, like, the fire extinguisher hose or something.
Slugga, do you remember if last time when we knocked him out, if it was like a joke about the porn thing about tying him up with the fire extinguisher hose?
We definitely talked about tying him up with something.
You talked about it, you never did it.
Oh, I will do it now, just in case.
Yeah, probably be smart.
Is he wearing socks?
Yes.
I will also stuff his nasty ass socks in his mouth as a gag. Is there any tape around?
You find a roll of duct tape.
I tape the socks inside his mouth.
Alright. You commit to this poor, unfortunate, miserable-looking, heinously ugly man to having several different variations and flavors of war crimes, his socks included, into his mouth, and then thoroughly sealed over. You hog time with whatever you can find on hand, and you leave him around in one of the corners.
Hey, Pleb, let me ask you. Do you have a way to, like, copy the data out of this phone into, like, your brain port?
I could use a Benny for that technique to say I'm able to do that, right? Or is that not how you can do a Benny thing with what you're mentioning?
The phone
before?
has a wireless connection.
Oh yeah, we'll just download it with the phone. Why not?
Okay, can we start wirelessly transferring all the data from the phone to his noggin?
Sure, you can transmit whatever photos or videos or individual little shopping lists that this person might have, and that might take a couple minutes.
We could spare a couple minutes.
All right. I still have access to these sound files. Hold on. All right. After about a minute, Clay begins to look at the group after you essentially didn't really commit to answering his question. Then he kind of shrugs his shoulders and is like, come on, the non-coms need to figure out what the fuck they're doing, and they begin exfiltrating from the room.
We'll catch up. We'll be right there. We're almost done.
Another minute passes. You're downloading some inane shopping list, and then some of his separate videos that honestly really probably have nothing to do with this particular unfortunate situation that these people have found themselves in when you begin hearing sounds in the distance.
I think I found targets.
What's the percentage at, Slugga?
It's a good question. What is the percentage at?
You've probably finished downloading a significant portion of this man's, or whoever's phone this is, just, well, personal life essentially.
What are we satisfied with how much we've downloaded? That is the question.
I don't know. What if the last video is the one that we really need? You know what I mean?
If the video that you're talking about in question is the individual pornography, you've long since downloaded that.
Oh. Okay, that's enough, Slugga. You run. I'll be right there. I am going to... If he runs off. Are you running off?
Yes, if I'm going to go make sure they don't accidentally kill someone we need to actually interrogate.
Okay. I am going to turn on the porn video, put it on loop, and set it up against something in front of him so that when he wakes up, he's just met face to face with the porn video while tied up and gagged. And then I'm going to run after Pleb.
Alright, you leave the man tied up with presumably his phone, despite the fact you've also looted another phone off of him, propped up in some way, likely against one of his bags or tool belts, and displaying a rather promiscuous and poorly acted pornography scene between a woman attempting to get shagged by a maid. And he will likely, no doubt, wake up to the sounds of heavy gunfire while this erotica is playing in front of him and causing several years of necessary therapy.
That's the plan.
You exfiltrate the room and the sounds begin getting heavier. Additionally, Kat, you begin hearing large reports of what sounds like small and heavy caliber rifles going off.
Okay.
Thankfully, the sounds like
where am I exactly?
You are inside of a room. You're currently bound and gagged next to one of a rather storage closet-like room. It's very dark. Someone has not allowed you to be illuminated in this particular situation, though you don't hear the sounds of anybody next to you, or at least not anyone conscious.
Okay.
You are going to enter... Give me a second while I grab the tokens.
Black screen. Black screen. With writing on it.
And a road.
Yee.
You enter out into the hallway. It's very clear that the sounds are coming from this particular area.
Oh, so they're in the next room over. Well, I believe that's going to be where we're heading. I can't control my token.
You cannot control your token. Alright. Unfortunately, it looks like everyone's going to have to place their own individual token. That's fine.
The door.
As a reminder, to place your token onto the map, you just need to click and hold on your character and then just drag it into the map. I'm going to assume that Ganyeta wishes to remain a backpack.
Yes, I will be putting her on my back. Unless she hops out of her taxi, because she's not a captive.
Yeah.
Ganyeta said she was going to be AFK for a few seconds. Alright, so we're just going to have to do this analog. Ariki falls in behind you and informs you that she would prefer to stake around and hang out in the back, where it's safe. She promises to fix you up if anything goes wrong.
That's the hope.
Alright, what are you two doing?
Well, I think we're going to have to enter, because otherwise they're going to kill everything before we find out if there's someone in there we need to talk to, so...
Yes.
I can't drag my token anywhere.
You have to click on the name and drag it. You can't click on the picture.
No. I can't physically put it on the map. That's the problem.
You should have a token, right? Yeah, there it is.
Can you control for the token? Put me wherever you want me.
All right, just to make sure we're not on different pages. What? Roll me through step by step what you're doing to try and get your character on the page here.
Just go and trying to grab the picture and put it on.
All right, are you doing that from like the bottom of the screen where your like individual like name with cat is?
No.
Okay, you're trying to do that from the character sheet.
Yeah.
All right, are you like clicking and holding on your name and then dragging it to the thing?
Yeah. It says no. It just moves this character sheet around.
Let's see, can I get if you can? Let's see, represent.
Tells me no.
Can you move the character now?
Mhm.
Okay. That's good
I'm
to know
probably
in the future.
I'm really stuck somewhere in a corner, so I'm gonna put myself in the corner.
Okay.
Ganyeta is back.
Welcome back. Alright, Glenn, what are you doing?
What is... Now my fucking roll 20 is freaking out. What the hell? Okay, yeah. So, just triple check. You said the gunshots and whatnot are coming from this doorway right here?
They're very clearly and still audibly coming through that door, yes.
Yeah, well, we're going inside. We got to see what's going on in there. So,
Alright, we're going for theater of the mind of this. You breach into the door, Uzi and shotgun at the ready in both hands, like someone who absolutely just has to kill as many people as possible. You know, like a psycho.
correct.
You see half of Team Tie-Dye on the left of you and the other half on the right. All of them seem to have taken cover behind some form of a piece of furniture. Theodoros is behind a chair. I don't remember the rest of your fucking names. Cliff is hiding behind what looks like a small PC terminal. Keisha is just sitting behind a small overturned desk. And they are currently exchanging fire with an unfortunately placed and very riddled with bullets couch.
Is there something hiding behind said couch?
If there is, they're shooting at it.
Oh, whoops. Did not mean to click whatever the fuck I just clicked. I was trying to look at something here. Well,
I will allow you and Angela, as well as Leia, the chance to essentially have an action here to act as you're essentially just breaching into the room and doing whatever, and you are currently an unknown entity in the rest of this fight.
how far away... I'm about to do something fucking stupid. I don't care. It sounds funny. How far away is the couch from my current position walking in?
About 7
Pace
tiles.
what? Cool. You know what I got for my fourth advancement?
No, you never told me.
The edge fleet-footed. I can go 8. I'm vaulting that couch and putting rounds over top of whatever the fuck's going on the other side of it. Because fuck it.
All right. With
Meanwhile, it turns out to be a spider.
Well, just basically, Plem's just going to charge forward onto the couch, and as he's moving forward, just shout, "If you're attempting to remove something behind the couch, it's either to do so from behind the couch." So he's
Alright.
kind of making it clear to the others that he's moving forward, just...
Let me just see what your edge does here real quick.
All it does is add 2 to my pace, so I have a pace of 8.
All right, just as a feature reference, please add that into your edges next time you have a chance.
It is.
So it adds to your paints. It is currently not. All I see is Iron Jaw on your edges.
Oh, my bad. It's listed in the advancements bit, but it's not listed in the.
All right, so TLDR, you're telling me that you have an advanced level of paste. That's fine. Okay.
Yep.
You vault over a couch.
Is there anyone behind said couch?
You see two terrified men, one with an assault rifle, another with a pistol, absolutely suppressed as shit. They look up at you. What do you do?
Well, what I'm going to do is terrify the shit out of the one with the pistol by proceeding to blast the one with the AR with dump mag. So, here we go. Let's see. Let's go ahead.
With one or both of your weapons.
We're gonna go ahead and hit him with that Bofa, because I still need to figure out exactly how much damage a Bofa does to someone. So we're gonna start off with double-barreled shotgun, followed up by Uzi. We're gonna do two rate of fire for that, which should be 5 shots, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because rate of fire 3 is 10. That's right. Okay.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with the shotgun here, which is going to be a short range +2 because of shotgun doing its shotgun thing. And this is double barrel. $13. Okay, and then because it's the double barrels, it'll be its damage +4.
Success with a raise, roll damage. Oh.
And that's +4. That's 20. Do we even need to...
Cat, in the other room, you basically vaguely hear in the,
So I'm guessing I'm over here somewhere.
It sounds significantly louder than the other reports have been so far, but you hear... Oh god, no!
So, given... I'm assuming that guy just absolutely got splattered on the floor, right?
Well, let's give him a vigor check. If I can, find one of the 300 million characters I've unfortunately made for this. Hold on.
Because if he
I'm
does
guessing
die, am I
I'm-
able to...
I'm bound and gagged at this point, aren't I?
He's
Or
slumped
can I-
down.
or not.
You are currently bound and gagged, but you're conscious, and you can attempt, if you wish, to essentially start making... I think escape artistry is a skill, but I'll allow you to make dexterity checks? What is the equivalent of this?
Agility?
This agility?
Probably either be agility or smarts, depending on what you want to do.
I'm stuck in something I can't... Yeah, okay, there we go. Smarts check. That's what we're doing.
Agility.
Okay. How do I roll? Okay, I think I figured it out. I'm
Yeah,
smart.
you figured it out. Hearing the sound of what can almost only assuredly be gunfire and people being absolutely booty blasted in the midst of this said gunfire, you begin panicking and start trying to whirl around with your gag and your bounds. Unfortunately, nothing seems to happen unless you wish to Benny that roll.
No, I'm good.
Also, Caleb, you appear to have actually successfully stolen one of Kenyatta's pennies.
Did I actually? I thought you gave that to me for vaulting over the couch. Alright, no, here, I'll give that to you so you can steal that away from me, because that's not one of mine. Alright, so given that whoever the one was with the assault rifle just got absolutely splattered, am I able to
He
change
slumps to
what
the
my
ground.
nick... Okay. So I wouldn't shoot him with the Uzi then. Can I just point the Uzi at the other guy and just shout, hands! And it's just like as an attempt to get him to just basically hands up, drop gun kind of thing? Am I able to do that?
On
or
his
is that too
turn,
much?
I will certainly allow him a will save. Alright.
Alright.
What is Angela doing?
Angela is going to take that handle that she keeps on her leg and click the button for that grenade launcher. And what is my pace? I can't remember where it's at 6. Can I make it in the door? There's no block, so I can't tell how far is too far.
Oh yeah, you can absolutely move it. That's like 3 squares right there where that triangle ends.
So is that 3, and then I'd have 3 left?
Again, this is theater of the mind. You can basically just ask me, like, can I make it there? And I'll just say yeah or no.
Okay. Do I have 3 squares left?
Yeah, you can essentially like move into the room and potentially find a piece of cover.
Okay. Any chance I could get like maybe some red dots on your black background of where the tie-dye people are?
Sure. You see members of Team Tie-Dye just generally just absolutely suppressing the crap out of a very now destroyed couch. Phlegm over it, and you see a very significant blood spatter coming off and across the television that was previously in front of the couch and the wall behind it.
Gotcha. How far back does this wall go, or is this guy like up against it?
Yeah, about 6 tiles.
6 tiles. Okay. I if I click on this, does it give me the same thing? Say how many? Oh, it does. Oh, I like that. This would be 2-ish squares.
Again, this is not actually physically representative of like the battlescape. This is theater of the mind, and it's just generally an idea of what's happening.
Gotcha. I want to go to a place, but I can't because it doesn't exist as a square. I want to be right here, but it doesn't work.
That's perfectly fine. You can just say I'm out in the open, or I'm in cover, or...
What is around me for cover at the moment that isn't a human?
Most of the cover is currently occupied by members of Team Tie-Dye. However, there's a column in the center of this room. You can only assume for structural integrity, as it's not incredibly attractive.
In the center, so up towards Slugga?
Yeah, more generally in Slugga's general direction. You can easily make it there without a run check.
Okay, so is it like, where is it at? No, or put me there or something?
It's generally right here, like within 15 feet of the couch.
Okay, then I will like peek out from behind that, and I would like to try and shoot a grenade as close to these two as possible, whether it lands here or close to them back here, or unfortunately here if that happens, but preferably here or here.
I should probably show that I'm like right next to them on the like either over or on top of the couch because I was right.
Oh yeah, that would have been much better. Yes. So preferably.
Yeah, this is this is what you're looking at for your current blast template.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right, because it does that cone thing for now.
Like, you could say, is like, alright, I want to... Hold on. Yeah, I want to kill this guy, and sure, you could roll. Unfortunately, if you fuck it up, your template could go like this, or there. That's a risk you can certainly take, and I'm sure Plem won't mind, you know, being made of liquid as he seems to claim.
What's the difference between being made of liquid and being made of liquid metal?
You played her cards wrong, and she's about to make you into shrapnel.
Okay. Then I guess I just want to go for this guy. Am I within range for that then?
Oh, absolutely. It will unfortunately probably do massive damage to the wall behind both of them, regardless of where you aim.
Oh. It goes that far?
Well, your grenade launcher has the blast template, and to give you an idea, like, again, this is not like attributed to reality, but 25-degree cone. Your grenade launcher goes out to like 15 tiles.
She is. Well,
And the only reasonable way I could think of like attributing to what your grenade is doing in this particular station without killing Plem is that you're essentially firing giant grenade-sized things of flechette. Which is still scary, don't get me wrong, but it's potentially a lot less liable to kill Plem. Because a blast template would be, let's see if I can find blast template, circle. Yeah, blast template would be like, well, peace was never an option. But you do you. What would you like to do?
okay, I have another question. Because I did put... Oh, it's gone.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it's not. No, it is. What's missing and why? Panda Express is missing. I could have swore that I'd put these things on here and I had labeled them to not use yet because I was going to add them later on down the line. But it's
Expanded
gone.
Panda Coin attendant?
Yeah, that was a different one. I had Pandemonium, Expanded, and then Expanda. I don't know how to spell. And then I had the Panda Express. I had put next to that one not to use, but maybe I'm just remembering
I think
well.
you made it not to use because it's a intermediate power.
Right, but I don't have Panda Express on my character sheet at all now. And I just wonder if I just never added it or I just thought I did. It doesn't matter. Do I have the summon ally then? Because I don't see that I have it labeled as I don't have it.
Expanded
Do you remember?
Panda Coin assistant? Or attendant?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did we decide that was something I started with?
Yeah, I think it's a basic power.
Okay. Well, then since I don't feel like blowing a hole in the wall behind us as well in the event that there's, more on the other side, I think that I will just,
Throw a panda at the problem?
yeah, I'm going to throw my coin at him, and when it hits the floor, it'll pressure plate activate.
Alright, give me a weird science roll. And mark off the appropriate amount of power points.
That is something. Why
Alright,
are
that's
these?
the raise.
Is it 5 power points? Everything's like smushed together. I can't read it all. It says PP invested, but there's nothing there.
It states power points 2+.
Let me read this thing. Blah, blah, blah. GM's approval, may swap abilities, blah, blah, attendant. Maybe I should pull it up in the book. Hold on.
Let's see, summon ally, novice, power points 2+. Serve as an attendant, which is why it costs 2. It would cost 4 if it was any higher, like a bodyguard. It has a duration of 5. There's a range of your smarts. Yeah, it costs 2 power points.
Okay. Do my PowerPoints reset after every fight?
After every fight, no, I believe they reset every time you take a rest.
Have we rested since the van incident?
I don't believe you have. However, if you wish,
No.
you can recover a number of PowerPoints with a Benny.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that I was supposed to be at 11 instead of 15. So I'm supposed to be at 9 now. Okay. Sweet. So I don't have a token for... Oh, wait, yes, I do. Hold on. Ha! Well, I guess I gotta... How far did I throw it?
Well, you got success with a raise, so you have a range of your smarts. So, however far their smarts is.
My smart is a D8.
You are more than within your rights to just basically decide that this small creature is going to do whatever you want, pretty much anywhere in this small room.
Okay, we'll put him behind him.
Clem, you see a small mechanical creature come essentially almost from nowhere, spawning forth from what appears to be a coin.
So I'm assuming the one that's dead is this one. That was the one with the AR.
Yep, he has a makeshift Armalite rifle, which is not doing him any good. Let me tell
Oh
you.
yeah, because he did. And so this one's the alive guy with the pistol. Okay. So he has just this weird robo bear appear behind him. He's got some...
It's in front of you. It's behind him.
Or behind him, yeah. That's what I was saying. Is that this dude has some weird robo bear behind him. Some fucking dude who just fucking rolled up on top of the couch that they were hiding behind and fucking decimated his buddy with like one quick trigger pull and is now pointing a fully automatic weapon directly at his face. And all he shouts is, "Hands!" I would have shit myself by this point. I'm like, ugh.
Angela, is there anything you would like for this particular creature to say, or should I just ad-lib it?
Does the guy look at the creature?
It's still your turn. You haven't dictated for this creature to do anything yet.
Oh. Then no. When it's the creature, is it the creature's turn on my turn or no?
I'm going to go with it's the creature's turn on your turn.
Okay. Then I am gonna go back and be like fully behind cover. And then that'll be Angela's turn. And then on Panda's turn, whose name was a Nile. His name was a Nile. Let me pull this back down so I can see his abilities. Well, apparently he's got shooting, but I don't know if he's got a gun.
He does not.
He's got little claws. Do they do any extra damage?
His claws are listed as strength plus D4.
Strength plus D4, and he's got a D6 in strength. Ooh. Alright, how do I roll that?
He does.
That's what it says. Shooting oh wait, no, hold on. Skills, athletic. No, that's the wrong one too. Hold on. Attributes.
Looks like he's a D4 across the board.
God damn it. Where's the thing I just saw where it said strength?
I think that was your character.
No, attendant. Shooting, D4. Wait. How did I see stealth and then strength? Hold on. I saw it 4 times. There it is. Attributes. Agility D4, smarts D4, spirit D4, strength D4. What did I say? D6?
Yeah, I think your strength is a D6.
Yeah, I was reading stealth because I kept confused. I saw strength and then I saw stealth and I kept mixing them up. So it's a D4. Okay, so how do I roll that on here?
I will be rolling that for you. Essentially, I will just hit the damage button, or we're supposed to be attacking damage button, but I just basically roll fighting for him, and if he hits, I'll just roll damage.
Okay. Then I want Anile to, like, climb up his back and grab onto his shoulders and just look at him from the side with his, like, giant LED X crossed eyes and go, I love you, and then press his nails super deep into his shoulders.
Alright, so here's how they see this playing out. Let me roll fighting real quick. Unlucky.
Can I spend a penny for him?
That's a good question, and I'll allow it.
Oh, it was already open, that's why. Benny.
That's a damn shame.
Did it still fail?
Unfortunately, he rolled a 3 this time.
Oh, it doesn't include the 9?
Nope, that is a group or crit check, unfortunately.
Can I use another Benny?
You may.
God bless it.
Unfortunately, Anile is predisposed to just being a lovable bear today.
I never use these. I'm going to use my last Benny.
Okay.
Yay!
Now, if I was an asshole GM, this would be where I'd say, well, unfortunately, he doesn't beat his parry, but this guy is shitting himself behind a couch, and his parry is not very high.
Yay!
You see, Plem, you see this better than Angela does. Angela has a decent position to see this, but she's sitting behind cover. You see this bear pull out small little razor-tipped claws.
I love you. I love you.
He's just saying this repeatedly as he begins climbing this man and starts just like hacking away at his trench coat.
I love you so much.
I think you might be a bit of a psychopath.
So yeah, that's an ungodly amount of damage. You physically watch as as this small creature begins just absolutely eviscerating this man through his coat. Heavens to Murgatroyd, Angela must have just recently sharpened this boy's claws. Let me just make a pity vigor check.
A pity vigor check.
Dang it, I thought we wanted one of these alive. I like how I'm not even calling them people, I'm just calling them these. Can I point out how we literally just strolled into the room and casually wiped these guys out, but they've been in the middle of a gunfight with them for Lord knows how long?
Oh, there's a number of bodies strewn about. That these were the last two guys who apparently managed to find cover in the Internum.
Ah, that would explain it.
Angela, your robot begins walking back up to you.
Master, I have terminated the subject. I love you.
I'll bend down and hold my arms out like a mother waiting for the baby to walk to her and just pick him up and hold him in the air and go, you did such a great job! And I'll twirl him around in the air in a circle and then give him a big hug.
As you lean down to grab him, the like a small child wanting to be picked up, it reaches out its blood-covered claws in your general direction. And it just continues to espout.
Thank you, Master. I love you.
I love you too, Anile. And then I'm just gonna like turn him around to where his like face is facing outwards, but I'm holding him like a big teddy bear. like a child would. And I'm just gonna like prance out almost like with a little skip out towards Plim.
Fair enough.
We got him.
Cat, you
That
hear
was-
someone really screaming as it sounds like they're being torn limb from limb in another room. I'll allow you another agility check.
Okay.
Dang,
I have no agility. I have no agility, apparently.
That's fair. Would you like to Benny that result to see if you can get success?
Might as well try. I don't think I know how to spend these because I just pulled up an image. How do I? Huh?
So basically, how I generally allow it is you click the button above your character, and then you just click and drag one of the cards onto the table, and that's considered spending a Benny. There you go. And then I'll allow you to just reroll.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat mechanic. So, like, you don't
Unlucky.
get screwed over by dice.
The dice
I hope you
hate
feel
me.
better, Mom.
The dice hate me. I'm just gonna sit here in my nice little chair and pout.
Night night. Feel better.
Good night, Gan.
Sorry, again. Didn't get to do much. Alright. Plum will allow you a check since Angela's currently twirling around a creature that's visually or audibly espousing that it loves in her face. Give me a notice check.
Me?
Plum.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Notice, here I come. Where is it? There it is. No, I'm a Benny that. Fuck it. I feel like being alert today. I want to know what's happening.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes, spend all of your bennies. Yes.
No, it's
Why do I
fine.
feel like this is a good thing when he's saying that?
Because it's not a good thing if you don't have any. Anyway. Plum, you saw what happens to be like a tussle happening in the adjoining room.
So the one down here?
So everything that's happening is taking place behind this door, right? Just ignore where the placement of all these little dots are. This is essentially just a larger room than it appears on the table. It sounds like something is happening inside of this room, which you have not checked yet.
Is that where Is that where you are putting me?
Could be.
We'll find out.
You want to just throw me wherever you freaking want me at this point, please?
Yeah, well, Plum's gonna go ahead and start moving his
All
way
right,
that way.
where's the nearest dumpster? Anyway.
Plum's gonna start moving that way, and while he's doing so, he's just gonna, like, fucking holster his Uzi for a second to fucking reload 2 more shells. So it's like, as he walks past fucking Team Tie-Dye, he, like, ejects the 2 spent shells and reloads them, and just moves on to the next room, not even saying a word, just ready to go.
I'm
Has
gonna
both
hop
weapons
and
drawn.
I'm gonna hop and skip out.
You're
Holding
basically
my
Jinx,
bear.
aren't you? I just realized. You're basically Jinx from, what's it called?
I don't know what's Jinx.
I don't know, it's a character from a thing that's a little bit cuckoo.
Titans?
No. The Netflix series that was really popular for
Ew.
whatever reason. The animated one. Fuck. Why can I not remember? The League of Legends one, I think it is.
Ew.
Anyways, so let's crack this door and see what's on the other side. Weapons drawn, here we go.
Alright, you crack open the door, and you open the door to what looks like a fairly dark room, and there's a rather strange-looking silhouette in the back left corner just kind of hustling about.
So, does the door not, like, open up enough to show light in there? Or is there, like, a light switch?
Again, the lighting in this area is a sort of tealish hue and serviceable, but it's not going to take very far. That's just why the lights are so frequent.
Okay. Plum's just gonna stroll in. He's
The
still having his
accommodations you just breached and cleared recently is more akin to what looks like a makeshift living room, which was decidedly better than the small slum area you came across, just all things cold.
Right.
Kat,
So-
your character
As-
Freya sees 2 individuals walk into the room, one carrying what looks like a small cybernetic bear.
So, as Plem's walking in, he shouts back just to Angela, lights, and then continues training on whatever's in the corner and just shouts, "You, hands."
Angela, how do you respond to the command for you to give him light?
I will hold up the bear a little bit and turn and look at the wall and see if there's a fucking light switch that he could have fucking flipped on his way in.
I have 2 guns in my hand, and I have them pointed at something. I can't, like, turn around. Also, that I technically probably would have flagged you with the weapon, which is a big gun safety no-no. And I'm all about efficiency of movement. I am the point person.
Exuberance protocols activated.
He flips a light switch.
Can I be like basically in tears at this point because I see this guy now with the lights on pointing 2 huge guns at me?
Absolutely.
Considering I'm tied, I can't do anything.
I should also mention that Clem is probably more than likely covered in blood.
Oh, yes, absolutely, because think about it.
Yeah.
I've
Okay,
not
yeah,
washed
absolute
myself
fear.
since I painted that guy all over the inside of the van. So,
As the light is switched on, you find yourself, all of you, inside of what looks like a dingy supply closet complete with mop and bucket sort of apparatus, with a bunch of ropes and other knickknacks just kind of haphazardly laid upon a makeshift workshop abode in the wall. A woman sits bound and gagged, looking absolutely terrified at you, Clem. She has gigantic wings.
So Plum, seeing this, shouts back to Angela, "Captive found," and so it's not like shelves that someone could be hiding behind on either side, right?
Say again?
Where everything's strewn around and whatnot, there's not like any good hiding spots for someone else to be trying to hide in this room, is there?
Thankfully for everyone involved, it seems like the giant piles of crap inside of this room are not stacked nearly high enough for anyone other than... what was her name again?
Ariki?
No, I'm thinking. There it is. Unfortunately, for anyone to sneak or hide around in this room, they need to be around Isabel's height, and even then, just barely.
Well, So, seeing that, and there's no easy spots, again, Pummel just call out, "Captive found here," and he's going to go ahead and clip his weapons back onto himself, and I guess... I mean, technically speaking, the correct term for how he walks would be stalk on over, because of the whole, like, just the movement of purpose, I guess, over towards her.
Brandon,
and without
you see this man who had 2 guns holster his weapons and start flouncing towards you.
I'm gonna try to break free again and so I can get away from him, because at this point he's probably scaring the living shit out of me.
Go ahead. You finally managed to gain some traction and maneuver some things out of the way. Unfortunately, all you realistically managed to do with a basic success is you get the gag away from your mouth.
I was gonna say you're gonna make me fall over, probably, at this point.
I mean, you got a basic success.
Yeah.
At this point, Plem's not really saying anything. He's just gonna go ahead and bust open the ropes, untie them, whatever is necessary for doing it. Which I'm assuming is going to be agility for me as well.
I mean, you're untying ropes and you're not tied down. I'm not going to give you a check for that.
Just in case. But good thing you're not giving me a check
Freya
for that.
is physically bound and gagged and attempting to essentially, like, Houdini her way out of it. You have no such unfortunate circumstances.
That is also true, right? I don't know. I was just kind of curious, like, if I had to roll, what would have been. I'm like, wow, that's great. I love having a D8. The D8's so good. Alright, but anyways, so Plum just found a word.
No. The probability police said no.
Right. But so Plum goes ahead and he undoes all the bonds and then basically looks back over to Angela and just like, so that's one freed captive out of however many that we have yet to free.
Master, directive, acquire.
Directive what?
Directive, require.
Oh. Well, Go hug her, but don't kill her. I'll put him down.
If you were misunderstanding me, your bear is essentially stating directive require, essentially stating that he needs new orders.
Does he have to have orders in order to stay?
He needs more power points to maintain that form, or else he'll explode.
You're telling a bomb to come give somebody a hug?
No,
But not kill him.
the bomb is asking for orders.
Well, this isn't where I thought this was going at all.
Neither did I, but here we are.
I'll just look at him and go, Niall, can I see your feetsies? Does he give me his feetsies?
Okay.
I'll push the pressure plate of the coin and have him zap back into a coin and put him back in my pocket.
But Master, exuberance protocol.
The fuck is
He morphs back into a coin as he begins reaching for Freya with his bloody claws as if he was about to state, I love you again. Before his claws rolled into a coin.
She literally just screams and accidentally flips the chair over.
Well,
As
that's
tight
kind
as
of
you are now, I'll say that you have full body range of motions and can now get as physically far away from all of these people as you wish, so permitting they let you.
How tall is this roof? That is above my head.
Unfortunately, you were in a broom closet. Thankfully, it does not, like, chafe your wings, but it's a sure thing. It's about this. It's about,
the size of a broom closet.
Your wingspan.
So, no, I can't exactly fly. Okay, got it.
You can fly, you just have to do it through Plem.
which isn't going to go very well.
I'm also going to, like, just hold my grenade launcher on top of my shoulder. Resting it there.
Alright,
She's gonna-
now that the two armed people have begun physically closing on you, you begin hearing more rifle reports going off in the other room.
And as that's happening, Plum's just like, oh, they've got it. They were able to really destroy that couch in the other room, so... Anyways. Hello, I'm a representative from Terminus Intergalactic. Prototype Liquid Extermination Model 19, or PLEM. We believe you may be one of the captives taken here by the... Insert gang name here. Have you been affected, damaged, or otherwise injured by these said parties?
Pause game. Cat,
Huh?
given your character has a preternaturally high level of medical skill, would you like to be have your backstory essentially be that you were kidnapped from one of the 3 local hospitals?
Yep. Exactly.
Alright, here are your choices of the 3 local hospitals aboard Istanbul Station. You have the Catholic Hospital of Paraweekal Hospice, a corporatized hospital known as Tornavas Hospice, and the general hospital known as Kikyo International.
Oh, we're gonna go for the private one, the second one. There we go. Yeah, the words.
Corporate hospital. All right.
E.
You were recently kidnapped from C Block. Likely one of the first of the people to be so. Unfortunately, in your case, while you were essentially on your rounds in one of the corporate hospitals. You're more than likely one of the more competent people in that hospital by orders of magnitudes, which may or may not point to some of the reasons that you were particularly taken, but you can't really...
Had a surgery.
Not necessarily out of surgery, like you were likely coming off your rounds, and then you were bound and gagged by multiple men in the van, and then thrown in here into this broom closet. You're not quite sure for how long.
I don't know how long it's been since I've been here. I'm gonna be very much afraid of these people who are still in front of me and be like, I'm a doctor, I was kidnapped.
I forget, which one is the one with us that likes the healing crystals? Is that Ariki, or is that Isabella?
Yeah, it's Ariki.
Okay. Ah! You would probably get along with Ariki, then. As they are a profuser of magical healing crystals, or something. Magical? No. Mystical? Mystical, correct M word.
No, I'm just a surgeon. And she tries to move past everyone, trying to get away from them. People covered in blood.
Entering the hospital, the hallway at the moment.
She's
Other
gonna try to
hostiles are
move
being
around.
cleared from the area.
She's gonna try to move around them and try to get away at this exact second.
I'm gonna hold out my grenade launcher and block her path and be like, "Didn't you hear him? He says not a good idea."
I can survive gunshot. I don't.
Do I have my
can.
Alex? Do I have my weapons anywhere? A weapon somewhere on string across my back still, or am I gonna have to find it? God.
I am going to say that because you were kidnapped in your hospital, which most certainly does not permit you to open carry near patients, that unfortunately no, your weapons are currently lading within your rented domicile. Or you can assume so, unless they've also pilfered those.
I just need to get home. There's a lot going on. I need to go get my stuff.
Again, I would advise against that at the current moment in time.
Maybe you should start with, we were sent here to find people like her.
Didn't I start with that?
I don't know, did you? Did he?
No, he didn't.
I believe it was implied when I shouted captive here and then put away my weapons.
I don't think that's implied enough.
I feel like it is. It's considerably well implied.
Didn't you just hear the wing lady say that you didn't start with that?
I mean, I also untied her ropes and whatnot, and also full-on introduced myself and the company I worked for, and inquired if she had any injuries or anything like that.
Okay. Hear me out.
As she hears the
Robot Man.
gunshot, she's gonna shrink back a little bit.
Hear me out, Robot Man. She's been
Who's
kidnapped.
Batman?
Robot Man.
Who's Robot Man?
She's
No, I am
captive.
Clem. Who's Robot Man?
You. So,
No, I am Clem. Who's Robot Man?
look, Flem. So, here's the deal. She was captive. Okay?
Correct.
Right.
We identified this.
Yes. So, do you think she's gonna believe that just because you told her your name, that it's your real name?
Yes.
No. Do you think that just because you told her who your employer is, that she's gonna believe you told her the truth?
Well, considering how if I wanted her dead, she was already tied up. I have a shotgun, and I have an Uzi. The statistics are in my favor in that.
The statistics, sure, but so is a false sense of security to lure her into a more dangerous situation. So, also no.
I feel like we're going down an extended chain of logic that my processors cannot handle.
Freya, you see a black tabby cat essentially climb out what looks like some sort of backpack apparatus that Angela has, if that is her real name, and comes to rest on her noggin.
Kitty.
This is Leah. That's her real name, I promise.
I thought it was Isabella. No, Isabella's the contractor hire, right. Oh, God, I keep on forgetting the name of the short one.
The computer's broken, as you can see.
He doesn't look like a computer. He looks like some crazy-ass robot.
Yes,
That's
robots and
computer.
computers are synonymous. We operate off of a computer system. Octagonal core, if I may.
A computer is what I use at work to log patient logs.
This body he uses to log porn.
What?
What? Huh?
Oh, right. Angela here has a porn addiction. I forgot to mention that.
I don't have a porn addiction. The guy that we tied up back there has a porn addiction.
Of which you thoroughly enjoyed exploiting. Which I think is called either a porn addiction or a kink.
I'm gonna get real close to her, and I'm gonna push the button on my grenade launcher to shift it back into just the handle and stick it back on my leg, and I'm gonna get real close to her, and I'm just gonna go, look, alright, you're not gonna believe the things we found on this guy's phone, okay? And then we got in a tussle with him, and we tied him up, and I knocked him out before I tied him up. So the way that the way I handled it, okay, is just in case he had any good stuff that we needed on his phone. We downloaded it to Robot Man's head here, but including the porn. Unfortunately, we were in a rush. We couldn't pick and choose. Okay, so he's got porn stuffed in his brain right now. But apart from that, okay. So just to be funny, I put the porn on and I put it on loop and I set it down so that when he wakes up and he's gagged and he's tied up, he's forced to watch his creepy, weird kink porn that he's into until somebody walks in on him. Isn't that great? It's great.
Just to clarify, Freya, you just listened to this woman admit to violently assaulting somebody, tying them up, and then putting porn on loop in front of them.
You are all crazy. This can't be happening. I need to go, like, now.
Non-biological. It is physically impossible for me to be crazy.
But it is possible for you to have a virus.
Actually, no. I run off of Apple software.
They get worms.
You get worms. Quite literally, tapeworms. They're a horrible thing. Have you checked yourself recently?
No.
As they're sitting here arguing, I'm gonna try to, like, move around them without them noticing.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Feathered lady. Let's make just a couple things clear here. We're not keeping you captive. We're more than welcome. We're more than happy to help you out of here. Not a problem. But you don't want to go out there alone. All right. You just heard the commotion next door. What are you gonna do? You don't have anything to defend yourself.
In here, someone help me! They're keeping me hostage!
No, they kept you hostage. We
The most
untied you.
awkward interaction I've ever heard three people have. Haven't many, everybody.
We untied you. Now, I'm going to walk out of here, and if you feel like not dying, you can follow. But otherwise, good luck.
Okay.
Help by being hostage as she's actively being left alone.
Clem, Angela, if both of you would like to give me a smarts check, go ahead.
Sure, I'm good at that. Sort of.
Basic
That's
success.
a 4.
Basic success. Alright. Both of you realize that you just kind of breached and cleared an entire room, and if you really plan on conscripting this woman with giant avian wings to go with you, you could probably just hand her one of their guns.
That is a fair point. Actually, hold on. What? That guy with the pistol probably has 9mm ammo. Hold on. New smart. Where's the fellow that got absolutely eviscerated? I want his bullets.
That one.
Give me his bullets.
Can I search this guy for, like, ID information or something, as well as his gun and his bullets?
Freya, you see both of them have a sudden realization, and they go into a room that seems like it has some sort of, like, wafty smoke coming out of it.
I don't think that room's safe. You shouldn't be in there. You're probably gonna die.
It's fine.
Yeah, we already killed him. You're fine.
Just slowly back up and away.
You hear another voice that you haven't heard before. Who's that?
Captive who doesn't believe we saved her.
Yes. Correct.
But I recognize the voice.
You wouldn't.
Yeah.
Just so I'm not doo-dooing all over the screen here. Private messages.
All I need to know is how many medium, aka 9mm bullets do I find? Because I would like more bullets.
Freya, you see this woman poke her head out from behind the room where even more smoke begins to waft out of it. Hey, nice wings.
I'm guessing I'm very rare for my kind. There's not many of me around.
I
think all of us are rare.
As a general rule, most androids and non-baseliner xenotypes are typically fairly rare, which is why this random group of people who looked all heinously weird and covered in buboes was very strange to see. In fact, you're standing in the hallway with a rather nice, petite elven woman? That's this character here, who's just kind of standing there with their hands dutifully folded in front. Is like, "Hello, dear. Are you okay?"
No, I would like to go back to work. I think I got kidnapped from my hospital. I was just getting off duty, and I walked outside, and then someone put a rag around my mouth, and I got the crap beat out of me and dragged here.
Oh dear. You see the woman kind of close in on you, and then open her arms slightly. Would you like a hug?
Yeah, I actually would.
All right, this dainty woman who's smaller than you are begins wrapping her arms around you slowly.
Hugs. Why do I always end up getting kidnapped in almost every scenario?
I half expected you to be like, "Would you like a crystal?"
I'm not about to
Would
play.
you like some crystal meth?
I'm not about to make defining choices for Riki's character for him.
Anyways, did I find bullets?
All right. On the bodies, let's see. You'll find 2 assault rifles, an SMG, 4 9mm pistols, a 45 pistol, and about 5 magazines for each.
For 5 magazines for every single gun there?
Yeah.
For the guns that have 9mm in them, how many bullets is that per mag? Because I'm going to loot all of them.
Well, that depends on the gun that you find, but I'm going to say 12 per mag.
Alright, so you said 4 pistols that I'm assuming are using 9mm, right?
Yep.
With 5 mags per is 20 mags. And the
There's 12
SMG
bullets each.
12. Yeah, so that's 20 times 12. So that'd be 204. I'm stealing all the bullets. Oh, that SMG mag. What kind?
As it turns out, people
is...
planning to get into firefights like carrying ammo.
Yes. I've already used up a lot of mine, which is why I'm very excited about this, because it means I don't have to buy more.
Additionally, you find a rather unfortunately depreciated looking shotgun, but you do find at least 4 shells for it.
Ooh, I will take. Assuming they're all standard buck, not a slug.
They are in fact buckshot. Though you do find one oddly colored shell.
Can I take a look at it real quick? See what's up with it, if anything?
Sure, give me a notice repair check, whatever's higher.
Notice or repair? Yeah, they're both the same. They're both smart. A 5.
It's you find its description, and it describes itself in very particularly small print, as you would with something even the size of buckshot. It reads on its paper casing, "Carbonadium incendiary round."
It's a fucking dragon's breath shell.
Dragon's breath is magnesium.
It's incendiary round, hon. Incendiary. It's fire round.
The round-
That is what a dragon's breath is.
The description of this round, according to its packaging, reads as "Carbonadium incendiary round."
What does that mean for us dumb ones?
That means that you know that it's not your typical average piece of random buckshot.
So would I know what this kind of round is? Or no? Would that be like a common knowledge thing, or not particularly? More like a shooting thing or something?
It's fairly exotic. I wouldn't give it to you with common knowledge. However, if someone has a repair check and they get successful with a raise, I'd allow it.
I don't have repair.
I have repair. The question is, will I get successful raise? I'm assuming if I try this, I could fuck up the bullet, though, and it won't be usable anymore.
You're trying to determine what a bullet is based upon past experience, which is what I'm asking for a repair check.
Oh, okay, so I'm not actually, like, cutting into the bullet to try and figure out
You're
what's
literally
inside.
reading the packaging and like, what is this?
Yeah, let's do that. Hey, is that a raise?
That is, in fact, a success of the raise. You almost got 2. All
Normally,
hail
do
the
you...
wild die.
Yep.
Alright, so a carbonadium incendiary round is a relatively recent development in weapons technology. It is essentially a AP4 incendiary round. It's a slug.
Oh, so it is just the numbers for a slug round?
It is an incendiary slug round with AP4. So not only do you have a guaranteed virtually 4 damage that gets through basically any type of armor, it also has a chance of setting its opponent on fire and dealing additional fire damage.
Oh, that sounds fun. Oh, that sounds lots of fun.
That said, you only find the one.
Yeah, but still, that's one lot of fun. So the last thing I had was, what kind of mags are the SMG mags, and what munition type are they using?
The submachine gun is using 45.
Damn it. Which means it's not an Uzi. Fuck. I was hoping for extra Uzi mags, but it's fine.
Now, is this both bodies or just the one he was looking at?
That is the totality of the bodies in this room.
Okay, I would like to take the
Unfortunately, both bodies are not carrying an assault rifle each, multiple pistols, a shotgun, and a submachine gun. That would be ridiculous.
489 millimeter bullets.
the submachine gun. I would like to take it and its bullets. And then, is there any kind of like identifying information about these guys, about like who they are or anything like that?
Well, much like the men in the van that you massively worked over, these men are also heinously deformed looking. They have buboes over most parts of their faces, and they have a sort of uniform look to them. They have all temperature, almost cloak-looking uniforms, as long with black clothing. Very out of fashion for the modern day.
I'm gonna call the tie-dye people over and ask them if they've seen anybody wear things like this.
You mean like the guys in the van and the guys in the tank room?
No, I mean like other than them. Like some sort of division or something.
We don't tend to patrol up here.
Okay. And do they have any phones or anything?
Oh, they both have the equivalent of burner phones.
Can I
I think we
check?
could resell those.
I don't want to sell them right now, though. Can I check the text messages? Is there anything incriminating in them?
One moment, I'm answering a PM. Alright, what was your question?
Can I check the text messages in both phones and see if there's anything incriminating in them?
You check the text messages of both phones and go ahead and give me an electronic check.
I think that's going to end up being an unskilled check, but let me double check. This button. That button. Yeah. I will use my one and only recent Benny. And not do any better.
That is rough.
I mean, you got a success.
Yeah, there's a 7 right there.
And do
Remember, you get the
better.
wild dice. I will not do any better. I proceed to do better.
Alright, while you're fiddling around with the phone, Leah is going to give you an assist and give you a +1 to your check, meaning you have success with a raise.
Yay.
While you're essentially thumbing through Leia, who is still just kind of resting on your head and getting pink eye from Del Dorosa still. Motions her paw to a particular name.
What's the name?
Franjuago.
Franjuago?
Yeah.
I'll look back behind me. Any of you guys know a Franjuago?
Ooh.
Franjuago?
Never heard of him.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. What is the text message that's got Franjuago's name in it say?
The text message from Franjuago opens up, and then you see... What's up?
I was just giggling at the...
Oh, fair enough.
The name Huago?
Opening up the text message from the man, presumably named Franjuago, you see a drop-down that essentially lists a number of incriminating texts between this particular individual, this one of the more, honestly, heavily armed individuals you've seen in this little small raid you've been going on, stating that the production line needs to be sped up.
Production line of what?
Obviously, the people in the other room, Slugga.
As Angela points out, it is likely an innuendo for the people that they've been kidnapping.
I said
What's
Slugga.
with-
I forgot that your name's not Slugga in this. I'm sorry. Plem.
My immediate thought process then is that every single person we've run into that's afflicted like this may have been a captive at one point that's been transformed. That's my current thought process for it.
Transformed? Into what?
Into these weird tumor people.
Oh. And that's between both phones? Only one text message from the Franjuago about speeding up productions?
It's a fairly incriminating text, and all the others are basically details on how they've basically been going back and forth and doing it, though that's nothing new that you would have learned. Most of them are detailing meetings and dates that all seem to have no particular consistency to them, and the method, as stated previously, is pretty much them going about with vans and essentially just hauling people away on the streets.
Gotcha, okay. Because phones are wireless, I'm guessing that since I was adamant about leaving the other phone behind, I can literally hand these phones to Slug and we can move while he puts the information into his brain, right?
What is this about putting information in his brain?
Downloading the information from the phone to his noggin. Transmitting the data.
How would he do that?
I don't know, you said that's a thing he can do.
Yes, with cybernetic implants, assuming you implanted your phone into your head.
No, not me, him.
I don't believe he's gotten anything of the sort.
Then how did we do that with the porn phone?
You were downloading it to your phones.
Oh. Well, then we could just do that to our phones then while we move, since I don't have any need to leave these with the dead guys then, right?
You certainly can, and you can look through their racy and illiterate histories as much as you please.
I just want the text message.
I'll bet.
I'll take screenshots, I guess. I don't know how the future works with text messages, because nowadays...
All right, you start taking selfies of yourself with the bodies.
No, screenshots of the text messages.
What do you mean screenshots? They're burner phones.
They don't have a way to...
Are you holding your phone up to their phone and then taking, like, little tiny photos of their phone screens?
Oh, they're flip phones?
They're the, like, the 27th century equivalent of flip phones.
Oh, okay. I see. Can I transfer text messages?
I mean, if we think of them like regular cell phones, they probably have a SIM card with all their data in them that you can just
If you
take
need
out.
them as proof, you can, I would assume, just give the phones to someone you trust.
That's true.
Like a Riki.
Yes. Give the phones to the woman with 2 phones.
I don't have a normal backpack. Does Plum?
Don't you have like a fanny pack that goes underneath your cat pack?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, I'll put both phones in there.
Alright, with a zip and a zap, they're already ready to go in your knapsack.
That was clever and on the spot. I liked that.
Thank you. Alright,
You,
I see
Benny.
you losing your friend. What are you doing this entire time that you hear the sounds of like shuffling going on in the hallway? The world's most extended and silent hug. Got it.
Cat?
Oh, I moved by this time. I moved at one point.
Where
You
did
guys were
go?
too busy talking. I moved up a little bit. I'm peering through the door at this point.
Okay, you see a number of bodies of the men that look suspiciously similar, though definitely not identical to the men that kidnapped you, strewn about in blood and viscera, with the walls being planted with their unfortunate gore, with a bunch of weapons stacked up neatly against the wall. You see 4 individuals. I shall put them on screen shortly. You see these 4 individuals, in addition to Clem and Angela, just kind of rifling through the room.
But I recognize any of the 4 individuals. Have they been to the hospital or anything?
The woman with the helmet poked her head out and said you had nice wings. Other than that, you likely wouldn't have met them.
Okay.
Good old
Okay, just-
inside eye.
Does someone want to tell me what's going on here? This is not normal. This is extremely horrible.
Saving you.
I thought I
That's
explained
what's
it pretty
happening.
well earlier. Gang of individuals kidnapping people. We're here to unkidnap the kidnappees. And also kill the kidnappers. Or take them into question, whatever the circumstance may be for that moment in time.
Killing is wrong.
So is
And that is
kidnapping.
not true.
An awkward silence befalls the entirety of this blood and viscera-laden room.
You shouldn't be killing people, though. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
No, I would disagree.
I feel like we killed these guys and then saved you, and that at least made it right for you.
That is correct.
She just crosses her arms, kind of leans against the wall, and like, I save people. I don't kill people.
We saved you. We did the same thing.
Yes.
You also killed people.
Yes.
Yeah, but we
Ow,
saved you.
Ow.
Hello, I am Plem. If we are in the pervasiveness of stating the obvious here, these are 2 dead bodies here. I shot this one. This other one was clawed to death by that bear thing you saw. The other ones in the room were shot to death by Team Tie-Dye over here. And those 4 have guns. I also have guns. She has a grenade launcher. You, I would presume, would have some kind of firearm to defend yourself, because evidently from what I've gathered from living here on this station for all of one day, having a firearm is the smart choice to have in life.
Yeah, we're not just, killing people willy-nilly. It's called self-defense, lady. I think that you completely understand that.
It's also, we're being paid for it.
Freya, please give me a notice roll.
Notice.
You hear footsteps coming down the hallway behind you.
Oh, I immediately turn around and look. My wings basically end up blocking the door because of how big they are when I turn around. And do I
All right.
see someone?
All right, Plum and Angela, you both see Freya, this unnamed woman, just turn around with a look of fright on her face as her wings go erect. Freya, you see a man crossing the corner of this T-way intersection, essentially, of this stone-laden hallway. Kind of, how do I describe this? Softly beatboxing as he bobs his head up and down. He's wearing what looks like janitor fatigues, and he has a mop laden over his shoulder.
A bomb?
A mop.
He is bobbing his head up and down, and he's a mop laden over his shoulders.
I could have sworn I heard bomb for a second. I was like, what?
Mop
And
is a bomb.
I'm gonna. And he looks like the people who he looks like one of my captors at this point.
He looks similar, though he doesn't seem to take any notice of you. He just kind of continues bobbing his head and just kind of softly mumbling some kind of tune. He opens the door and then he just completely ignores you as he disappears into the room and closes the door.
Excuse me, the fuck?
I think it's time we all get out of here. Like, seriously, we should leave.
I'll get this to both of you without a roll. Angela and Clem, you detect that Freya, this strange woman whose name you do not know, is suddenly on edge.
We didn't hear like the door open and close in the next room over or anything.
If you would like to give me a notice check, go ahead.
Absolutely, I would. I think I noticed something, maybe.
Yeah, okay, Plem and Angela, you hear the sounds of the door closing, though Angela also hears it open.
And we know it was specifically this area here.
It's the door. It's the door to the room that Freya was being kidnapped.
And obviously we see everyone that should be here with us in visual sight, which means someone we don't know just closed it.
You do after getting a face full of feathers, as Freya is still kind of blocking the door.
It's fine. His face probably needed a little bit of a wipe anyways. Plum's just gonna very matter-of-factly just basically step around Freya. Just immediately goes, draw a shotgun in one hand, a Uzi in the other, and just simply just pops open the door, steps through, and just looks at whoever's happening to be inside.
Okay, as you pop open the door, there's this, again, heinous-looking individual who has his skin malshaped, a couple buboes on the left side of his temple, which is cleanly shaven. He's kind of bobbing up his head, and he has the janitor's, how do I say this? What is it even called? The mobile mop trowel, I guess I'll call it. Just kind of sequestered in front of him with his mop just kind of lazily laying in one of the platforms. He's like bobbing his head, like, huh? Oh, hey, man, what's up?
Do you... Hold on. Sorry, that threw me off with him, like, looking at the dude who's probably actively pointing a shotgun and Uzi at his fucking, like, center mass. Just looks like, hey, what's up? Clem just pauses and just goes, go ahead and put your hands above your head for me.
What? He takes off one of his headphones and he holds his hand to his ear. What?
Plum just, like, pauses because he's, like, mentally processing, like, does this guy not work here? Does this guy not know what's going on? Like, what?
Plum, I think he's literally just a janitor.
Okay, cool. We're gonna... Well, he looks like one of the other diseased guys, though.
Maybe.
We want to do that thing where we bonk him and knock him unconscious.
No.
That would be funny, though.
Hey, look,
Anyways.
Logan, if you're not gonna get out of the way, I got work to do, please.
Alright. Plum's just like, okay. And just steps out of the way and just kind of watches to see what this guy's doing.
I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna close this door.
No, let him clean. That room needs some cleaning.
I don't want him cleaning that door.
Thanks, youngin. Oh, ain't you a pretty looking tart? Oh, excuse me, miss. Just gonna meander around you.
Is he trying to get in the door?
You look familiar. He looks at Freya. I'm sure it's nothing. Excuse me.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Stay away from me, please.
What the hell is that smell? He opens the door.
Wait. If he's gonna reach for the door, I want to stop him.
Probably because these four inside will just immediately open fire the second I see another dude riddled with tumors.
Look, Missy, I know I'm handsome, but you can't go being this forward with people. People talk.
Look, we're having a business meeting in there, man. You're gonna have to back off.
What do you mean you're having a business meeting? This is Malkin Turf.
You heard me.
I really didn't. I'm partially deaf in this ear, you see. He takes off his entire set. What's going on here?
There's a business meeting being conducted in this room. If you go in, it's your death.
What she really means is that they just killed a bunch of people in there.
Oh, that's fair.
What?
So can I go in now?
Are you wanting to die?
What do you mean, do I want to die? You just
I
said
just
you
said
made a
if
mess
you-
in there.
No, I said if you go in there, it's your death.
If I don't go in there, it's my job.
If you
That's a
don't
fair
go in there,
point.
that's your job.
He has
Say
a fair
again?
point, Angela. It is his job.
Give me a second, and I'll scoot past him. I'll open the door just a crack to fit in. I'll shut the door behind me. Stay right here.
What?
I'll shut the door behind me. Hey,
How dare
there's
you.
like a janitor. I'm gonna talk to the tie-dye guys. He's like a janitor guy here. He doesn't seem harmful, but he really, really, really wants to
Rude.
clean the room.
He can hear you through the door.
Should we let him in?
What,
I don't know.
the janitor? What? You see Del DeRosa kind of lean towards you conspiratorially. Does he look like one of them?
He does, but he's not attacking.
Okay. Trust me, I have an idea. You
Okay.
Trust me?
Yeah.
Okay. Stand over there.
Okay.
Del DeRosa takes a position in front of the door. Alright, now tell him to come in.
All right, come on in to clean.
I swear, room service this becomes worse every year. He opens the door to the sight of a flamethrower in his face. Oh, come on.
Let's try and go. I tried to tell you.
Look, I'm just the jet. That's all he gets out before Del DeRosa completely, utterly saturates him with promethium. He starts screaming and then starts falling on his janitor trolley and then starts trying to douse his head in water. Not that it helps. And there's now a third corpse in the middle of the hallway.
Enjoy. We'll drag him in here with the other two.
Freya, you see this interaction.
That was a bit much for you and me. I don't know. He's just trying to do his job.
Clem, you see Del DeRosa poke her head out. I got him.
We've noticed.
All right. Let it be known that I tried to tell him not to go in there.
Sometimes you can't save every life. Although that still felt rather unnecessary. We could have simply asked him some questions. We still don't know what's down the rest of the holes and whatnot.
You're right, we don't, but he did provide some very interesting information before that happened.
You
Which
see
was what?
Thomas kick the trolley out of the way with the still burning corpse so that he can maneuver outside of the room. Alright, I think we got everything of value in that room.
I think so. And I'm going to walk up to the feather lady. And I'm going to place the gun that I picked up off the guy and the bullets. And I'm going to, on the ground. And then I'm going to back away and go, you got a choice. You can talk your way out. Or you can at least defend yourself. And then I'm just going to go and search this body in the event that there's something on it worthwhile. There's probably not, but maybe he's got an ID or something.
Alright, you find a pocket music player, a partially melted set of headphones, his janitor's fatigues that are now thoroughly ruined. And... I'll roll a 1d6.
Are you talking to me? I got distracted. Because I got called into admin stuff.
Don't worry, I basically just said that you witnessed the scene of this janitor trying to do his job, and then he opened the door, and then someone lit him on fire with a flamethrower.
And then I had come out saying I tried to tell him not to go in there. And then I laid a gun and bullets at your feet and said you could try and talk your way out. Or you can defend yourself. Your choice.
As of currently, you are watching Angela trying to carefully maneuver her hands around while she's looting his still smoldering corpse. You managed to find 10 credits.
Oh, sweet.
10 whole dillery dollars.
Yeah, that's $10 I didn't have.
You know, we really could just loot all the other guns they have and just resell them for later use.
We could. But I gave the only gun that you didn't take to her.
I didn't take any of the guns, I just took all the bullets.
Oh, well then pack up the guns, my guy.
I don't have a bag on me.
Oh my god.
I have my bullet pouches and my magazine pouches, and that's it.
I go and I stuff the guns into my back fanny pack. And I'll walk back out.
That would be quite an impressive feat, and I'd ask how you do that.
Wait, aren't they just pistols?
There's 4 9mm pistols. There's one 45 pistol, and then there was the SMG and the 2 assault rifles,
and a broken shotgun.
Oh, and the broken shotgun, yeah. But
Okay,
I've already taken all the bullets from the 9mm pistols, as well as all the bullets from the shotgun.
How many pistols are there?
A total of 5, 1 45 caliber and 4 9mm.
Can they fit in my fanny pack?
I don't know, can they?
Phones, I'm gonna say that you could probably fit them and maybe the submachine gun in there if you really wanted it to fit.
No, I gave her the submachine gun.
I'm just giving you an example of size. I'm imagining it's a fairly substantially sized pack.
I gotcha. So, you said, is the submachine gun small then, and one of the pistols is bigger than it?
It's a fancy-looking little number. It kind of looks like a long piece of stamped metal with a magazine just sort of like tapered on the side into a mag well that essentially goes into what looks like the side of the gun.
Gotcha, okay.
So it's rather thin.
Does the assault rifle have a strap to it?
They do not, but if you were so inclined, you could probably just carry them out in the open.
Okay. I will put the pistols that I can fit into my fanny pack and put the extra pistol on safety, and then stuff it into my boob pockets. Or bra. For those who don't know what a boob pocket is. Is there a way I can like finagle the assault rifle through the backpack loops, like the shoulder loops, to where it can like be held against my back in the cat taxi?
Give me an agility check. Alright, it's not entirely comfortable, but you managed to kind of finagle the assault rifles without their magazines through a couple of your belt loops. They're resting against you and they're clacking against you rather loudly, but you're making it work. You're probably going to have to readjust every couple rounds, but other than that, they're serviceable.
I don't like that, but it's okay. It'll be fine. I'm gonna finish packing all that up and hoist my cat taxi up to adjust everything, and then annoyedly look over at Plem and be like, soon as we can, you're getting a pack.
Oh, I have one. It's just not something that I bring into combat, because having holes in a pack is the antithesis to the point of having a pack. Because then things will fall out of the holes and your pack will no longer function as a pack.
I'm gonna get real close to him and go, hey buddy, let me ask you a question.
My brother's
Certainly.
calling. I will be back.
Okay.
Do I have
If you're lucky.
do I have 2 legs or 4 legs?
It depends if you're using your arms as legs or not.
No, those are arms. Do I have 2 legs or 4 legs?
Are you using your arms as legs?
No, because arms are arms. Do I have 2 legs or 4 legs?
2 legs. Because you're not using your arms as legs.
Do I have hooves or feet?
You currently have feet.
Do I look like there's a tail sticking out of my ass?
It depends on where the cat is positioned.
Okay, I'll give you that one. I'm not a pack mule.
Ah, you were going for a metaphor. I was wondering where this was going.
Yeah, you're bringing a pack from now on.
It's not that I have a problem with carrying things, I just quite literally do not want my original pack to have holes in it. However, I can get a combat pack at some point,
Okay.
which can then carry things, and I won't mind it having holes.
Okay.
Or you can just strap things to my armor. That could also work.
I pull out the assault rifle. Here, strap this to your armor.
If you want, you may have to reach on the back, actually.
I'll strap it to his back then.
Excellent. The benefits of Molly.
The drug?
No, the... Do you actually not know what Molly is? It's... If you've ever looked at body armor, it's those little cloth straps that you see like in rows across it. Those are Molly straps, which are designed to allow you to hook things onto it to order to add pouches, or you can even jury rig it holding gear into place if you just need it to carry shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Well, now
Well,
you
cool.
know. And knowing's half the battle.
Yep. And now I don't have to readjust every now and again. And it's not uncomfortable to carry my pet taxi or a gun digging into my back.
Correct.
Anyway, like I was saying though, Plem,
The
that
smell of the
guy.
smoldering corpse behind you is starting to get to the both of you. Though, thankfully for Angela, she can just turn her oil factory senses off.
Oh, is that not something I can do?
You're not a robot.
I mean, I am. I'm just a different kind.
But I have to pretend. If I see him start like scrunching his nose, then I'm gonna take that as the hint of we need to move. Or wait, I can tell that it smells bad because I still have the things turned on. So I'll just tell him let's move over here with Ariki and Feather Lady. And be like, anyway, that guy gave some pretty interesting information right before he like got barbecued.
I think I missed that information. What did he say?
He said when I told him that there was a business meeting being conducted in there, he said, "What do you mean business meeting? This is a Malachian. Is it how do you pronounce it? Malachian?
Malachian.
Malachian place. And that's the nerd guys that deal with all that tech stuff that the tie-dye guys were talking about."
Oh.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I think that they're involved somehow.
Keisha walks out of the room. Oh, that is a heinous smell. Are the three of you about done? We found what we're looking for.
What are you looking for?
Information.
What
Oh.
information were you looking for?
On who to kill. What else would we be looking for?
I don't know. That's why I was asking. All right. Yeah, I think we're about done. I'm not looking to stand here and enjoy this wonderful barbecue smell any longer.
Alright, well, let's go kill friend Hoggle.
Thought you didn't know who he was.
We didn't. And then we started reading through these idiots' emails. They didn't even put any of these on secure channels. Idiots.
There were computers in there?
I mean, if you wanted to get technical, a phone is just like a computer in your pocket.
But I have their phones.
Which ones?
The two guys you just killed. Oh, you're talking about the other ones that were in there.
Oh, the guy with the two frat boys that were sitting on
Oh,
the
I got
television.
other device. So I can admin and do other things.
Uh-oh.
We're getting some stuff done right now. Sorry. I had people like blowing my phone up.
Alright, should we call it for here then? Should we call it for here then?
Well, I think so. This is a good point. We've gotten Kat introduced to the setting and all that jazz.
Sorry, guys.
That's fine.
No, you're good. My meds are also kicking in. I'm ready to go to sleep.
This is pretty much
Alright.
just a thing that we do on the side that I basically random decided, hey, you guys want to like do something when like half the group is sick or whatever? I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I just literally came up with this half-assed sci-fi setting. Everyone
Okay.
seems to be having okay enough of a time so far.
Oh, I'm very much enjoying it. It's just I had to pop into where all my admins are because people are not registering
People
what
are
they
not
should
adminning.
and then arguing with PD and yeah. So I had to come on as FIB to straighten everything out.
Bug. Alright.
All right. I'll see you guys next week.
All right, see you. Have a good one.
All right. Love you all. Babe, I'll call you in a little bit.
Okay. Game over, yeah! For a second, I thought we almost forgot it this time around.